University of Missouri Healthcare knows you've got better places to be than in a hospital. That's where our world-class technology and highly skilled medical team come in. We get you home sooner. That's important to you and those who wait for you.
Rufus, guess who's home?
Good morning and welcome to Radio Friends. This is Thursday, August the 25th, and next Saturday is a big, big day for all football fans. Not this Saturday, next Saturday. Got one of my favorite people with us today. We talk about one of my favorite subjects. Well, first of all, Chris Gervino.
Paul, nice to see you again.
Yeah.
You know, time flies. It seems like I was just here.
It does,
It's
doesn't it?
amazing.
Yeah, it seems like it was just a week or so ago that
A week
we
or
talked.
two ago, but I guess I haven't been on the air with you for months.
Yeah, right. Anyway, I said one of my favorite subjects.
Well, I
sport.
know.
Yeah.
Sports is your subject. I know. You were famous for doing weather once upon a time, but
Yeah.
sports is where your heart really is.
Is it really, Chris?
That's what I understand.
All right, well, we'll go there another
Okay.
time. But anyway, next Saturday is the opening football game.
And you can hardly contain yourself. I see the excitement.
University.
Luckily,
Yeah.
you've got about 9 days to bring yourself back down to earth in anticipation of the Missouri season opener against Miami of Ohio, 11 a.m.
Miami of Ohio.
Yes,
Yeah.
not Miami of Florida, Miami
Right.
of Ohio,
It's
11 a.m. Saturday, September 3rd.
It's 11 a.m. kickoff. Now, when you look at what is coming up this season, what is your prediction as to how the Tigers are going to do?
I think Missouri will have a pretty good season. I really do. I think they're going to win more than they lose. They play 12 games, and I think they've got a real good shot at 8 or 9 victories.
But now they lost Blaine
Gabbert,
Gabbert,
the starting
right?
quarterback, I know, and
He went to the NFL.
San Francisco, it's Jacksonville Jaguars. He went to as the 10th pick overall, and Alden Smith on the defense went to the San Francisco 49ers as the 7th pick. So Mizzou lost 2 players to the NFL. So those are big losses.
Yeah, they lost 2 players, but that's really prestige too, isn't it? The fact that they went to the NFL.
They're the only team this year to have 2 players taken among the top 10 in the NFL draft, and it's the first time in the history of Missouri that they've had 2 players taken as part of the top 10 overall picks in the NFL draft. So it shows the job that Coach Pinkel's done here in his years here.
Yeah. We'll get back to Missouri here in just a minute, but how do you think Blaine is going to do with
Well,
the
he's
NFL?
got a chance to start for the Jacksonville Jaguars. He's competing against a veteran quarterback named David Garrard, who's had some injury problems. That happens as you get older, you get hurt more. I know you wouldn't know anything about that. But
About getting older?
Aches and pains and sores. So Blaine's got a chance.
Wait till
maybe
you
to break
turn
in.
65,
Oh, I speak
Chris.
from experience. I'm
Yeah.
just looking out for you, too. I
Thank
know,
you.
Once you get there. But so Blaine's got a chance to play. I mean, he's very highly thought of, and he's got a chance to play in the NFL with Jacksonville and just continue to represent Missouri for years.
Yeah. Then we got James Franklin,
Right.
he was a sophomore, right?
Right.
And he's new to Missouri this year.
Right, and new as the starting quarterback. He's been here for 1 year. He's a sophomore from Dallas, Texas. Played just a little bit in reserve of Gabbert last season, but he's the guy now. He's the starting quarterback, and a lot of attention given to him.
Well, do you feel that he feels that pressure?
I think he probably does, but a couple of really good things in his favor. He's a really bright young guy, very, very nice young guy, very sharp, which helps to play that position because you're, the leader of the team. And there's a lot of experience about him. They've got 8 seniors around him, 8 returning starters around him, and many of them seniors. So there's a lot of returning talent other than that at the quarterback spot.
Yeah. Now, in talking about sports and reading about sports, I kind of feel that defense is going to be good this year, right?
You are so right, Paul. You win with defense in sports.
Yeah,
I really believe. I've learned nothing else over 23 years of doing this. I'd much rather take a strong defense than a strong offense any day. Ideally, you have both, but a defense will really keep you in a game and give you a chance. And Missouri had a great year last year, winning 10 games, and its defense ranked number 1 in the Big 12, giving up just 16 points a game. And this group, I think, will be just as good, if not better, than last year. So that really gives me reason, I think, more importantly, a lot of folks reason for optimism for this coming season.
Yeah. So all in all, you're saying that this is going to be a winning season.
I think
for
so.
Missouri.
Of 12 games, I bet Missouri wins 8, maybe 9. I think it's going to be that good.
Okay.
That's great because it's a tough schedule.
Yeah.
I mean, as you know, in September they have road trips to Arizona State and Oklahoma before the first month of the season's up, and those are two teams,
and those are hard, aren't they?
OU's number 1 in the country.
Right.
And perennial power, OU's won 7 Big 12 championships. So really, we'll find out a lot about Missouri in September. And honestly, when you throw in a road trip to Kansas State early October, 3 of Missouri's first 5 games are on the road. So that's always tough.
Do you see a possibility? What bowl game do you see Missouri going to?
Well, there's a lot of them out there, so it's hard to really pinpoint which one. But
there are a lot more bowl games
than there used to be.
Yeah, I can remember 40 years ago, it seemed like there were 3 or 4 bowl games.
Exactly. There were just a few major bowl games. Now there's about 35. So that means if you're one of the top 70 teams in the country,
you're going to go to a bowl game.
Yeah. It's good to be a football coach these days. If you can just scratch out a 500 record or above, you can go to a bowl game.
Yeah.
And so that's good. But that has changed vastly so over the years. Again, you're absolutely right.
Yeah. So Missouri will go to a bowl game.
Certainly. Certainly if it has a winning record, it will. And I don't see any way it's not going to win at least half its 12 games, and they'd have to have serious injuries and problems. And I don't think that. I think, again, credit to Coach Pinkel as he starts his 11th season. He's built up quite a program of talent and depth, and they've got a lot of good players on hand.
Do you think Coach Pinkel will stay here until he retires?
Yes, I think so, because he's got a couple million reasons to. 7-year contract worth $2 million plus per year. He'll stay.
Okay, all right.
He'll stay.
Now, we've been talking about the football game, but let's talk about Chris Gervino, because you've been on the radio doing play-by-play for, 20 years
Yeah, I've
now?
been on the radio on the football side of things. I've been a sideline reporter for 20 years, and then I've done the television play-by-play in the basketball games, for example. This will be my 13th year, so time really flies when you're having fun. It's amazing. It really is, but it's neat. I went to school here and even graduated. I don't know if the university admits it, but I've got the diploma to prove it. And it's neat to have stayed so long and somehow been employed this long in calling sports.
Well,
and
you are an institution in sports. In sports, you are an institution.
Much like you are. I was going to say in weather, but you were beyond that in weather. You were like Mr. Everything for so many years. 40 years.
Yeah, 40 years.
That's amazing.
But Chris, tell me about, you've got a new team, right?
I'm going to be on the sideline again, and Mike Kelly, of course, continues as the radio play-by-play voice. And then our newest member is Howard Richards, and he played football here at Mizzou. Big, strong guy, was offensive lineman, and then he played in the NFL with the Dallas Cowboys for many years. And this is his first year with us, and he replaces a legend in John Cadillac, Mr. Mizzou, who played here in the late 1940s and 1950, and then was an assistant coach with Don Fro, Dan Devine, and long time on the radio network with us. So that'll be a change.
Yeah. Well, I'd say you're pretty close to a legend.
Yeah, because I'm sitting next to you.
Yeah, Chris Gervino. And I got to be honest with you. I always try to be honest. Chris was coaching me on this interview because I really don't know that much about sports.
You do. You sell yourself short.
Well, I tell you what.
About
you come in here and I don't have to do anything and sit here and talk to Chris, and he knows it inside and out. You're a good guy, Chris.
Well, I try. Thank you, sir.
Thank
and
you.
Continued success.
Hey, thank you so much for coming by and visiting with us.
My pleasure. Anytime. Like I said, it almost seems like I'm here every other week or so these days.
We'll come back. We'll come back in January and talk some more.
Okay. I may need some change for the meters outside.
Yeah, we'll take care of it.
Like
for you.
VIP parking.
We're out of time for today. Tomorrow, David Newman will be on our show. Our program directed by Travis McMillen of the Reynolds Journalism Institute. Audio, Pat Akers, KBIA. Our floor director, a friend from the past, David Ordway.
What a crew.
Yeah, and our assistant producer and guest coordinator, Uncle James Mauser. To watch this program again, go to KBIA.org, click on Radio Friends, or you can follow us on Facebook or Twitter, Paul Pepper, KBIA. See ya. Bye-bye.